Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, The Watchdog.
Chasing the clouds away. Something calls to me. The trees are drawing me near. I've got to find out why. Those gentle voices I hear explain it all with a sigh.
I almost forgot that I was going to go on the air a few minutes ago. I was writing down phone numbers from the TV set. Respecs. Probably can get a job there. Signing bonus of $300. Benefits, timely schedules, management. There you go. I always said if I don't like this job in radio or whatever, right now I could probably get more jobs doing security in Pittsburgh, but I could probably be a greeter at Walmart or Sam's Club. I could walk to work. Yeah. Can you see me as a greeter, Lola? Big smile, big mouth.
Bill. Yeah, I can.
Big smile, big mouth, you know? Hey, welcome to Walmart. Have a good evening or afternoon, whatever. I'll always work if I can. If I can. As long as I got the vocal cords too, it helps. Then I was watching this thing it's in St. Clairsville, senior suits, yeah, whatever.
What?
Senior suites. It's like apartment building.
Yeah,
It looked real
suites.
expensive. They got poker machines, a poker room. They got a theater with about 25 seats. I checked into a couple of these places in Washington. I couldn't believe what they charged a month. They'd have to take everything I own. It's plush living for the assisted, for, older people. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Just give me a tent somewhere, Give me a tent at Wheeling Park or whatever, or Ogilvy, Put me in with the zoo. I would fit in well with the zoo. Don't you dare answer that, Lola. They still have the zoo there? I haven't been up there in a long time.
No, they don't have a zoo. But they had one at Ogilvy, yes.
Okay.
Good zoo.
Okay, yeah, there you go. I took the kids there, and they wanted to go and pet the buffalo. I go, that's not a good idea, guys. Come on. Yeah. Those days seem like so long ago. I did spend some time with the kids. Kennywood and all that, Idlewild, it's all gone. It's all gone. Howdy, everybody. I'll make it official. My name is Bill DeFabio. I can remember it, so hopefully you can too. I'm behind this mic. Across the way, behind the glass window, behind her mic, in front of a huge electronic board, we got Lola Miller. So, is this the last day of the month, Lola, or one more day? I can't believe it's like the end of
Tomorrow
June.
is the last day.
Unbelievable. Where'd this month go? I don't know.
Unless you're from Georgia, they seem to think there's 31 days in June.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Do you know what I'm referring to?
Pardon me? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. I like Georgia. I've been to Atlanta several times. I did security for Super Bowl 53. I met a lot of really nice people, especially in law enforcement. But you know what? The secret to that is, and it starts the day after a Super Bowl, because the city that has the next one is already working on when they're going to have the Super Bowl. City planners get together, law enforcement get together to make sure your experience will be 100% healthy and beneficial. Like the time in Detroit when the Steelers were playing Seattle. Detroit, they found homes for all the homeless people. I don't know what they did with the hookers. But when I went in downtown Detroit, I couldn't believe how clean it was.
I don't know that they found homes for the homeless. They just moved the homeless.
Maybe they moved them
and
to the Y,
hookers,
yeah.
And the drug dealers.
Maybe you had to move them outside. What do you think? What's right outside of Detroit? What towns?
Well, got East Detroit, Allen Park. All they did was move it into another section of Detroit outside of downtown. I mean, it's all Detroit.
But I like Detroit, too, even for Super Bowls. I've been there for a couple of them. But no, all of my buddies, even the young squirts that think they know everything, oh, you can't have a Super Bowl in Detroit or Minnesota. Yes, you can, because there are things to do. Don't you get tired of Miami? I got tired of going to New Orleans. I didn't want to go to New Orleans for a Steeler trip because I've been there so many times. And I don't like Pasadena. It's too far away. Your hotel room is like in Seattle, it seems. Okay? San Diego was nice. Yeah, I will say that. People ask me, why can't Pittsburgh have a Super Bowl? Not enough hotels. But then in Jacksonville, because I stayed in a cruise ship, they had like 7 or 8 cruise ships, and they rented out those rooms to media and friends of the NFL. That was strange. I think my room was about as big as a sardine can. But, you know, you don't spend time in your room when you're covering a Super Bowl. You don't want to miss out on a story. But Jacksonville was fine. It's a nice, big, little town, you know. 2 of my fraternity brothers live there, and, you know, they treated me real well. I don't think I paid for a drink. I paid for their dinner, but they paid for my drink. You know, just the privilege of going to a Super Bowl, you know. And there's one guy left. I forgot his name. He's really old. He's been to every Super Bowl. Every one of them. I bet he has some great stories to tell. I got some stories to tell. In Denver, you know this, Lola, it's a hitter's ballpark. You seldom see a low-scoring game. What did I watch yesterday? A shutout. 2-0, Colorado won over the Pirates. The Pirates had 6 hits, all singles. I don't think I've ever been to Coors Field, no. But it's a hitter's ballpark. Even if you're a good starting pitcher for Colorado, your earned run average is 5-something, all right? It's a home run hitter's ballpark. And here you had a low-scoring game, which the Pirate announcers couldn't believe either. John Wayner couldn't believe it. You know, he thought surely the Pirates would hit some home runs. Colorado would hit a few. A lot of people expect 10-9 games. Usually you get that at Coors Field. They'll probably have one tonight, probably, right? But the Pirates will visit Colorado tonight, game 2 of a 3-game series. Stanley Cup Finals, it was interesting till Tampa Bay scored again and again and again and again. Did I say that 5 times, Lola? Yeah. 5-1, Tampa Bay over Montreal. What surprised me about that game before I switched channels was that Tampa Bay, from the opening whistle, and we'll talk about this with Coach Army and DJ Abasell at 12:30, it was Tampa that got really physical at the opening bell.
Yes.
I mean, they got physical.
Yes, they did.
I said, what the hell? Did they switch uniforms? And I thought I watched it this morning. There was a cheap shot on, what was his name? Kucherov, Nikita Kucherov. I was familiar with a Nikita back in the 50s, Nikita Khrushchev. I remember as a kid, they played it over and over again. What was his name with the glasses? Walter Cronkite. Where Nikita Khrushchev was at the United Nations and said, "We will bury you." That scared me because back then we were scared of nuclear warheads and the Russians, okay? But, you know, there was a hit on Kucherov that I thought should have been maybe an ejection, and I don't even think a penalty was called. These are supposed to be the best officials. DJ Abasella, we were going to discuss it when he's on, but I'm going to tell you, he didn't tell me off the record, one of the primetime officials quit because he didn't like the way things were going with the fellow officials working the games. A lot of no calls. You know, these are the playoffs. You got the best officials, call it. You see a cross-checking, call it, you know? But Tampa Bay took it to Montreal. Now, game 2. Usually, I don't get excited about a game 2, but if Montreal is behind 0-2 going home, that's not good. That's not good. And I still got Tampa Bay in 6. We'll see how Army and DJ feel. Tampa leads that best-of-7 series 1-0. NBA Western Conference Finals, I watched it until LA got a big lead, lost the lead, then they came back. The Clippers, that's a great story. They don't have Kawhi Leonard, who may not come back. And people make fun of George because he never shows up for the big games. He showed up for the last 3 games. What did he score last night? 41. They won in Phoenix, 116 to 102. All right, but the Phoenix Suns, with Chris Perry and company, they lead that best of 7, 3 games to 2. I felt all along this is going to be another 7-game series. They're going to go back to L.A. The Clippers will probably win. Then there'll be a deciding Game 7 in Phoenix. That's why the network guys are praying for a 7-game. That's more commercials. Bad enough you have about 50 commercials during a game. And what is it down here tonight? I can't even read my writing anymore. Tonight is Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, a team I'm rooting for because it's been a number of years since the Milwaukee Bucks were crowned NBA champs. We got to go back to 71 when they won a championship. In the 74, they thought they were going to win. A Game 7 with the Celtics was played in Milwaukee, and Dave Cowens, about 6'9", did a number on Lou Alcindor. He elbowed him, shoved him around like he was a puppet, and the Celtics won a Game 7 on the road in Milwaukee. I'm rooting for the Bucks. But if Atlanta wins, when's the last time they won anything? They won a Super Bowl a few years ago and blew a 25 to, 7 lead, won the fourth quarter, which people still blame the quarterback. Why do everybody blame the quarterback, Lola? Why don't you blame the coaching staff? Is it easier to say Matt Ryan just had a bad game?
Yeah. I mean, you put yourself out there as the star of the team. You also run the risk of being blamed for everything.
Yeah, but it's, is that tonight? Yeah. If the Bucks win, I think it's all over. They'll have a 3-1 lead. And I'm rooting for the Bucks. Milwaukee, that's a great town, by the way. Great town. Last time I was in Milwaukee, what was it for? I can't remember. I was there. It was a long time. Oh, I went to the Harley Davidson Museum. You talk about a real nice place. Ooh. I got to mention this guy because Lola remembers him. As a youth, Lola probably remembers that 68 team. Jim Northrup of the Tigers wound up with the most exciting week that anybody's ever had. He connected for his 3rd Grand Slam home run in 7 days. Think about that. 3 home runs, all 3 with the bases loaded. That set at that time a Major League Baseball record. I don't think it's been done since. You remember Jim Northrup, Lola?
Yes, I do.
He was one of many stars on that Detroit team that I was rooting for because I didn't want Bob Gibson and the Cardinals to win another World Series since they did it in '67, but they got their butts whipped by the Tigers in '68 with that all-star lineup. Jim Northrup, a pretty good base. That whole lineup was good. You know the guy that, watch me, Lola, he would face the pitcher like this? It was Dick McAuliffe. Remember him? Mm-hmm. He had the strangest batting stance I've ever seen. And he was pretty good, too. Matter of fact, 1 through 8. Did the pitcher hit back then? I think so. 1 through 9, they were awesome. And they had a great a 1-2 punch. Who's the guy who played the piano? 31-game winner. They had Mickey Lolich. Who was the other guy? Come on, Lola. Denny McLain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I watched Denny McLain play the piano, and next to him playing the guitar on the Ed Sullivan Show, Bob Gibson. Go figure, right? Yeah. But I had to mention that, all right? And I got to mention Harmon Killebrew. I used to watch him and Mickey Mantle on a black and white TV set. The show was black and white. It was called Home Run Derby back in the middle 50s. It had Henry Aaron, Mickey Mantle, Eddie Matthews, and Harmon Killebrew. Killebrew was not the biggest guy in the world, but he had muscles like, I don't think he was on steroids, but he won a lot of those contests. And he got the name Killer because he would send that baseball a mile. I think he hit the longest home run at Fenway Park that went over the wall, across the highway, near the dorm where I stayed, which is over 500 feet. And I got to see him play, too. That's one thing I was thankful for going to school in Boston. I got to see the American League teams. You know, growing up in Pittsburgh, the only time you saw an American League team was an exhibition game once a year called the Hypo game, where all the money went to local high schools. They would play one game at Forbes Field. It was always the Cleveland Indians. And then the Pirates would play another game during the season in Cleveland Municipal Stadium, and all the money went to, like, Little League fields and stuff. But that was it. Other than that, if I didn't go to Cleveland to watch the Yankees or the Red Sox, you had to wait to watch them on television. But going to the American League, going to school there from 71 to 75, I got to see everybody, which was cool beans. Going to school and learning about, more about baseball. All right? We'll cover the birthdays later on. Maybe we ought to do them now with guests coming up. Also, I forgot to mention it's Wine and Cheese Day. Lola's been licking her lips for like the last hour. Hopefully, well, they always bring goodies. For 4 years. Is this our 4th or 5th year with them, Lola? Do you know? 4th?
What?
With Wine and Cheese. How many years have we been doing? About 5?
A lot.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
here's Chuck.
Chuck, what's up?
Billy, got a question for you. Okay, the government's going to give people $300 per child into December. Okay, what about the people on Social Security?
Like me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Thank
Lola?
you, Chuck.
Like
Thank you,
all
thank
of
you,
us.
Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck. Who do I call? The president? He won't return my calls.
I don't know. Well, I doubt if you return anybody's calls.
Yeah, it seems
People
like
already-
it seems like people on Social Security or Medicare, we get screwed for some reason.
Yeah. Well,
Why? Maybe they don't want old people. I don't
well,
know.
that's it's government genocide. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
know.
who built
know.
Who built this country? You, me,
I
Lola,
think we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard Monroe. I mean, we built this country and they're tearing it apart. Maybe they want us to become Soylent Green. We become protein tablets for people,
Yeah.
There you go. There's the cure for cancer.
Hey,
Let's kill all the old people, make some kind of tablets, and get rid of cancer. But then that would put a lot of hospitals and doctors out of work. Wouldn't that be a shame?
I'm going to be a hard out. I ain't ready to go anywhere yet.
All right. How old are you?
Hey,
Can I ask you how old you are?
73.
Okay. You sound a little bit younger, but that's okay.
Getting up there.
Yeah, that's all right.
You remember that team, the championship the Bucks won without Cinder? Remember Fritz Williams played on that team.
Yep.
From
Yep.
Yeah.
A guy named Dandridge.
Bobby Dandridge, he was tough too.
And how about
man.
this one? How about this one? The Big O, Oscar
Big
Robertson.
O, yep. That's the only one he ever won, right?
Yep. They won in '71, but Dave Cowens and the Celtics won in '74, Game 7 in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But I got to root for Milwaukee in this series.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this? If you're listening down the street and your name is Mr. Nutting, I like you, Bob, but that's as far as it goes. Milwaukee is a small market team, right? But they got about the 6th highest payroll because it's win now. Win now,
Well, the Pirates will never win anything as long as that goof owns them, believe me.
Well, I won't call him a goof. He's got to do something right or else he wouldn't be a
He is
billionaire.
goof.
All right.
He is. No, his old man had the money. His old man made the money, not him.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. I've gotten along with Bob. I've seen him at a couple of Super Bowls, believe it or not, and we each go out of our way to say hello, and that's it. I can't call anybody a goof who's pretty smart making money. All right, but we need a new owner. We need a new owner.
Absolutely. Well, what happened to Mark Cuban? Mark Cuban offered twice.
Yes, he did. He would have been a great
turned
owner.
him down.
He would have gone out and spent money on superstars.
Sure. No, they turned him down. He's taking that revenue sharing money and sticking it in his pocket. And, well, I tell you what, George Steinbrenner hated him. Hated him. But, I believe they should put a rule in all major league sports. If you own a sports franchise for 10 years and you're not competitive within those 10 years, you should be made to sell it.
All right. Hey, take this to the bank, all right? I'm going to give you some advice. You know what baseball
Okay.
needs? You know what baseball needs? A salary cap.
Yeah, that'd help a lot.
Yeah.
That would
Then the
help a lot.
Pirates and the Reds, San Diego. Well, San Diego's spending a lot of money, and they're really bigger than Pittsburgh.
Right.
But they want to win now too. That's why they're competing with the Giants and the Dodgers.
Well,
A salary cap would help a lot.
it's not helping the Yankees.
No, I don't feel sorry for them either.
Me neither. Not at all. But I tell you what, they've got some good young players. They just don't have enough of them.
Yep, and when those good young players spend 3 or 4 seasons wearing a Bucco uniform, all of a sudden, they know what they're worth, and they can make a lot more money on other teams, and they're gone. They're traded for.
That rookie contract's done, they're done.
Yeah, they're traded for that. I hate it. It's a swear word now. Prospects. When I hear prospects, I get mad.
How about that play Hayes made at third the other night?
Never saw anything like it in my life, and I've been covering baseball.
That's one of the best plays. Now, I've watched baseball a long time, Billy.
Brooks
That's
Robinson.
one of the best plays I've ever seen.
Chuck Brooks Robinson made a play like that against the Reds in the '70 World Series.
I remember that.
Yep.
But I don't think it was that good.
No, but this kid,
Not as good as
he
that
threw
play.
it. We had John Wayner on yesterday.
Right.
Lucky timing on me. Once when I get lucky, and he said, "Bill, he threw that ball 169 feet. That was a
Right.
hell of a throw."
Right.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, man.
That kid
he
is
put
so
it right
good.
on the money, too.
That kid is so good, so
He
good.
is so good. Please keep him.
Oh yeah, well, you said a big word when it comes to the Pirates keeping people.
Please keep him. Please
All right.
keep him, Frazier, Reynolds,
Yeah.
a couple more of them guys. You got about 6 good players. If you can build around them and bring up some pitchers, they're supposed to be drafting maybe one of those 2 kids from Vanderbilt, Alllider's kid or the other big guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try my best to get us $300 in December. Okay.
We'll find out.
Should be $3,000.
Oh, yeah, every bit of it.
Lola's nodding her head. Yes, Bill, you're right. $3,000. She can buy a whole lot of Bud Light.
Well, yeah, I'd say, I don't know, if the price keeps going up, you might only be able to buy a case.
Then we got to drink Genesee beer. You ever have Genesee? It's awful.
I drank a lot of Tennessee whiskey. There was a guy, this is back in the 60s, he used to drive truck. He'd go down to Tennessee, Kentucky, and bring back whiskey.
Oh, boy. All right. Hey, I got to take a break, man. Thank you.
All right, Billy.
All right. Genesee.
Bye.
Oh, bleh. That was a popular beer in Boston, too, to go along with Rolling Rock. All the kids like Rolling Rock. I didn't like Rolling Rock because I had it at home. We'll be right back. Speaking
The
of
Metro
home,
News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Chris Lawrence. A Putnam County woman charged with misdemeanors tied to the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol will enter a plea bargain over her alleged actions that day. Grayson Courtright of Hurricane due for a plea hearing July 20th in U.S. District Court in Washington. Metro News statewide correspondent Brad McElhaney says the charges against her are not tied to any violent acts.
She's accused of going into the Capitol on January 6th and wandering around with a members-only sign for the U.S. Senate until an officer took it away, but is not accused of violent behavior of anything of the sort.
Courtright, who's from Hurricane, was in her senior year as a mathematical economics major at the University of Kentucky and described her presence at the Capitol on social media posts that were later deleted, but screenshots were preserved and described in an affidavit. The lady who has guided Kanawha County through the pandemic is out. Dr. Sherry Young announcing Monday that she would resign her post as executive director and chief health officer for the Kanawha Charleston Health Department. She indicated she was leaving to pursue another opportunity, however, did not indicate what that might be. One person died Monday in a crash on U.S. Route 35 in Mason County. According to authorities, that crash involved a U-Haul truck pulling a trailer with a car and a semi with a flatbed trailer. The incident occurred near the Putnam County line about 5:45. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. The State Department of Health and Human Resources added just 25 new COVID cases to its numbers today. The agency said there are now 1,378 active cases, and they also added one fatality, an 85-year-old man from Nicholas County. There have now been 2,879 deaths blamed on the pandemic in West Virginia. Nearly 53% of state residents over the age of 12 have been fully vaccinated at this point. Governor Justice and his administration addressing the numbers and vaccination efforts in the COVID-19 briefing happening right now. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris
Even
Lawrence.
putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. To find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
Protecting you isn't just our job, it's our passion. If 2020 has proven anything, it's that anything can happen. You need to have the right partner to guide you through insurance pitfalls to make sure your business is adequately covered. From your property and equipment to your employees and your family, Glessner Wharton Andrews Insurance has the drive and the ability to keep you protected.
Does your dog need groomed or walked? Are you looking for a pet sitter or dog boarding options? If so, call Dirty Paws, Wheeling's newest pet care service, providing the Ohio Valley with everyone's pet care needs. Check us out on Facebook at Dirty Paws WHG or call 304-639-7754.
It's the summer's hottest party, the Circus Saints and Sinners Party on the Plaza. Enjoy all-day live music, food trucks, and ice-cold beverages at the Plaza on Market in downtown Wheeling. Get tickets now at partyontheplaza.org.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the Watchdog trusts.
Attorney Tom McIntyre.
Life. It may knock you down, but you don't have to stay that way. I'm Tom McIntyre. I'm a bankruptcy attorney, and I'm here to help you. Give us a call, and we'll send you a copy of my free book, When Bad Things Happen to Good People. It's an interesting read, and it'll explain bankruptcy to you like no other book does. Give us a call. We're here to help.
Call Thomas E. McIntyre and Associates at 304-232-8600. Allow us to help put you back on the road to financial success.
Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim Robinson at the Highlands, home of lifetime powertrain protection. Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim Robinson.
What is Real Big Talk? Well, it's an honest conversation that you can be a part of no matter which way you lean. I'm Big Rick, your host of Real Big Talk, and I invite you to join me, Lola, and the rest of this community to discuss our world and the events that unfold daily. Be a part of the conversation at 304-214-1600. Real Big Talk, weekdays 2 to 5 on the Watchdog.
Get out in that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Get out in that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Well, roll my breakfast, 'cause I'm a hungry man. I said shake, rattle and roll. 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 Well, you never do nothing to save
I know you weren't young enough to remember this song, okay? It was a great song in the 50s. I tried to dance to it, but I can't dance. But the original lyrics was written by me. Did you know that? No, I didn't. It went something like this. Lola, get your butt in my kitchen and wash those dishes. And you know what Lola told me?
Wash your own?
No, this is a family show.
Okay.
Just kidding, Lola. All right. Why are we playing that? Somebody's birthday, probably. All right. We got Bill Haley and who is my other choice, Lola? Bo Diddley. You don't remember either one of them.
No.
Okay. By the way, how's the family?
They're good.
Are you cooking the 4th of July? Because I know you're Chef DJ now at home.
You heard the rumors, huh?
Yeah, you cook the great meals and you have the missus do the hot dogs and hamburgers. I know you, DJ.
I don't know what the 4th of July is looking like yet. I know that they are having the fireworks and everything down here on the waterfront, and I always enjoy seeing the symphony, so that may be on the plan. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Army could not be in the studio, okay? That way I can't really rip him on his nailers and he can't punch me. But, he's on the phone. I forgot. Army, where are you?
Here.
Where are you, Army?
I'm going through, I'm close to Penn State.
Penn State. Don't mention Penn State here. We got too many Buckeye fans here.
That's true. So just passing through.
Hey, are you driving? Because, I don't want to talk to you if you're driving and holding onto a cell phone.
No, don't worry. I'm not holding on to the phone. It's on the old CarPlay.
Okay, all right, that's good. So, I want to start off with hockey. You know me. That's why you're here, one of the reasons. By the way, I got it. Should I take a shot, DJ? I can do what I want,
Go
right?
for it, Bill.
It's not like he's going
Take the shot. I already know what shot's coming.
Yeah.
Take the
How
shot.
about those Yankees?
Take the shot.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Are you going to agree with?
Really good.
If this continues with New York, is it a matter of time before Aaron Boone gets the pink slip?
I would have fired Brian Cashman before the season started. He's the first guy for me that
Yeah, boy, he traded with that trade with the Red Sox is really benefiting the Red Sox. You know what I mean? Those pitchers.
Oh man, I mean the moves the guy makes. He to me he's the piece that is long overdue.
Yep.
Oh, I mean credit to the Red Sox. They played really well against the Yankees, but definitely there needs to be some changes, I think.
Well, I may as well start a rumor. Brian Cashman will get fired as the GM of the Yankees, and he'll become the GM of the Nailers to build a winner. How do you like that?
I mean, I don't know if he's too clean cut to be a part of the Nailers. we like our beards and our mustaches.
I love it. Yes.
That means he likes my beard and my mustache. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. I could be a Nailer, huh?
I think that's one of my favorite parts of this Stanley Cup final, honestly.
The beards.
Because Lou Lamoriello historically, actually, no, he's not, because Leighton got the Islanders. Had it been the Islanders, though, you would have had Lamoriello against Bergevin, and Bergevin's got the hair flowing and everything, just a complete nut right now, and I love it.
Is he a wild-ass guy or what?
I guess.
I don't like the Montreal Canadiens, but I like him. And he was kissing everybody with his mask on. Come on. But you know what? I don't like the Canadians, and you know why, DJ? Because they beat some very good Bruins teams in the 70s. I hated the guys with the first name Guy. Guy Lafleur. Guy Charbonneau, my butt. Then there was Kenny Dryden. And then there was Patrick Waugh. Give me a break. Go Tampa Bay. I got Tampa Bay in 6, Coach. Lola has Montreal in 7 or what, Lola?
Yeah,
My
Montreal
bookie,
in 7.
My bookie, my oddsmaker friend in Pittsburgh. My oddsmaker friend in Pittsburgh, he goes, Bill, we always go with the dog. Well, good. Go with Montreal. I got Tampa Bay in 6. What do you got, Army?
I picked, because I needed to make a comeback, I picked Montreal in 5, but realistically, I think Tampa, I would say Tampa, no, I'm going to go, yes, Montreal in 7.
All right.
Wow.
Okay. DJ?
Man, I think Game 2 is going to tell us a lot of where it's going to go, because I think you saw it in the last round where Vegas dominated Game 1 the way they did, and then everybody thought that Vegas was going to roll over them, and Montreal turned the page in Game 2 and split it going back home. So I think if Tampa wins Game 2, I think they run. I think if Montreal wins Game 2, it's game on. I'd like to see Tampa win, so I'm going to go with Tampa. Game length, though, boy, that's a tough one.
Well, say something for the record. Don't be afraid to say something for the record.
Go 5, just because I want them to run it quick.
All right.
No,
I will
don't give
say,
Montreal life.
To DJ's point, for some reason, this Montreal team feels a lot like that 93 Canadiens, where everyone continues to count them out, and they're always back against the wall, and they just continue to find a way.
Yeah, who'd they play in 93 in the finals? Do you know, Army?
LA Kings, Gretzky.
Oh, that's right. Gretzky was with the Kings. Everybody thought they were going to win everything, and Montreal surprised them. Yeah, okay. But you know what they call the Canadians the New York Yankees of the NHL. That makes me puke too.
They don't have pinstripes. I'd be more of a fan if they had pinstripes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I can't remember which one. I talked to both of you on the phone this morning, which is great. So now we're on the radio talking to each other.
No, I still got the memo. I'll call you in a minute, and that was 20 minutes ago.
But I told one of you, I think this has been an interesting playoff, and especially like I talked about with the Game 2 scenario, where one game this year really doesn't mean a whole lot. It's just one game. Like I said, Vegas dominates Montreal in Game 1, and it means nothing after Game 2. Tampa Bay runs the Islanders out of the building 8-0 in Game 5, and that means nothing because the Islanders come right back and win Game 6 3-2 in overtime. So it's like it's really like you can't judge a lot off of one game just because the responses are so drastic.
All right. Here comes a swear word. You ready, Army?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Officiating. I thought it sucks during the postseason.
I'm a bias as a coach. I've never, me and officials don't particularly get along all that well.
Well, you have an attitude problem for a little guy. You know what I mean?
But I will say the officiating has been I think a little bit too much of inconsistency. It's got to get consistent for me.
Now, DJ, you told me somebody quit?
Well, Wes McCauley's been sitting out the last couple of rounds.
Why? Because he doesn't like what's going on?
That's what it seems like. What are you hearing on that, Derek?
I have not heard anything on that, so I can't speak to it.
Yeah, because he last worked Tampa, Carolina in the second
I
round,
remember him,
and he sat out the third and fourth round, and he's obviously, number one, he's the most vocal NHL official. You see him with all the animated calls, but he's one of the best. He's worked every Stanley Cup final with the exception of one because he was hurt since the start of the decade. So when your best guy isn't doing games and he's not hurt, that should be a red flag. And the consistency, that's the number one word. And I think we see it at this league too, where you're going to have one guy who's going to call everything under the sun and one guy who calls nothing. Actually, Derek and I get along great with this because I've always tracked this just to give myself an idea of what I'm going to call that night. And Derek will ask me, hey, does this guy call a little or does he call a lot? Like, is it going to affect the game plan, right?
Yeah. I was a little bit upset Boston because I thought they were the better team on paper, but championships aren't won on paper.
Boone's awake.
What's that?
Boone's awake if you can hear him.
Oh, I thought that was you crying because the Red Sox took 3 out of 3 from the Yankees.
No, that's just the little guy. He pooped his pants.
Oh, that's great. And we got wine and cheese coming up. Thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, of course. I figured I'd give you a nice bright side of the day.
Unbelievable. Do you have to stop and change diapers or anything?
Yeah, we're stopping right now. Quick pit stop at Sheets for the big guy.
That's a first on a radio show. The little guy pooped. What was it? Oh, but I thought in that Boston series, I'm not saying they got screwed, but there were a lot of no calls that should have been called. Okay? But I'm not taking anything away I'm not taking anything from the Islanders because I'm a big Barry Trotz fan. But make the calls. If you see it, make it. You see cross-checking, make the call.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, you sound better, man. Hey. Welcome
back.
Thank
you.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Thank you.
What'd you do? Sounds like you're in the studio. What'd you do?
I took the wire out from the car, so I'm on the regular phone now.
Okay, you're not driving, right?
Not driving, nope.
Okay.
Diaper duty. Where's Jenny?
She's here helping.
Okay. I was surprised. I was surprised she wasn't all over the Sox there.
She was smiling and fist pumping in the back. That's for sure.
Okay.
All right. She's a Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
She's a diehard Red Sox Bruins the full shooting match.
So I guess over the 4th of July weekend, when I have a couple of days to myself, because there's no Wild Things, I might have to give her a Red Sox package. How's that sound?
That might be. She would love that. I know that.
Then you and her could, have a little battle.
Yeah, we got plenty of battles, so don't worry about that.
She likes the Celtics too?
She likes the Celtics. I mean, she's more of a Bruins fan when it comes to the winter sports, but definitely roots for the Celtics. She's all Boston.
Okay. I'll have to send you a very unique picture that I'll never get rid of because it's framed. All right?
Really?
Yeah.
What do you got?
It's Bobby Orr flying through the air with the greatest of ease, scoring the game-winning goal against the St. Louis Blues.
Oh!
In color. I think I paid $250 for the nice frame. Signed.
Wow.
To my good friend Billy, Bobby Orr.
Wow.
Because that's one of the first guys I met. How's that?
That's unbelievable.
I will only sell it if somebody named Billy gives me a lot of money. Because I can't take that to the grave with me. But that's one of my prized possessions.
That's unbelievable.
Yep. So, but yeah, I still think if there's a Mount Rushmore of greats, Bobby's got to be one of the 4.
For sure. I would 100% agree with that.
Okay, boy, we agree on something.
There you go.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Well, if you were on that question, if you were to put your Mount Rushmore of Boston sports, who would be your 4?
Oh, why do you do this to me? Boston sports?
If you're, as your Red Sox and as a bot, like who would be your 4 on the Mount Rushmore?
Bobby Orr.
Yeah.
I can't spell his last name, but I call him Yaz.
Okay.
Bill Russell. Ted Williams.
Well, that's you're taking
You're
two,
leaving
you're
a big
taking
one
two
off.
Red Sox.
Yeah. Does it get better than Yaz and Ted Williams?
I think it does. I'd go Ortiz before those two.
You'd go with who?
Ortiz would be on it for me. He won 3 World Series. Those guys didn't win any.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, you're leaving out the Pats. Like, you got Tom Brady's the greatest football player to ever grace the sport.
Well, can we do a Mount Rushmore of pre-'90s and then post-'90s? How about that?
You can do that if you want.
Yeah. I like Tom
Your
Brady.
show.
Yeah. Tom Brady will tell you we didn't cheat. I'm a Brady fan. No, I want to stick with what I had because I've already mentioned it, but maybe we got to put 6 faces up there. I don't know.
Because I would think you'd have to have one from each of the sports. That was where I was going with
Okay,
that.
well, let's do that. You mean you're going to put Brady ahead of Belichick?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
They just proved it this year.
Yeah. All right, we'll go TB, BO, which I probably have, BO, Bobby Orr.
I think the Patriots, the Bruins, and the Celtics are the easiest 3. And then the Red Sox gets tricky.
You got to put Ted Williams in.
I think Williams would be my
Okay,
thought.
No, over Ortiz. He with the speech on the marathon day, winning 3 world championships. I think it's got to be Ortiz.
Yeah, but he's a DH.
Ted Williams,
That's true.
last guy to hit 400.
Yeah, Ted Williams, was last guy to hit, thank you, DJ, 400. And if he didn't have to score
Tony, I will say, Tony Gwynn would have hit 400 if they didn't go on strike. Just saying.
In 94.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's even sniffing 400 anymore. You can go ahead and put that right out the window.
Yeah.
Last year was the only year, I think, because of the shortened season, that anyone had a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You want to hear my Pirates?
Yeah, let's hear it, Pirates.
Lemieux, Crosby, Clemente, and Stargell.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to sit. Army, I used to sit at Forbes Field, 50 cents to sit in right field to watch Clemente play.
That's not a bad deal.
And you know how many times I saw him? A guy would get a single and Clemente would throw him out at first. I saw it many times.
So again, you're giving no love to football.
Yeah.
No.
You're off the football train.
Yeah.
I don't hate that though.
Maybe I'll knock out Sid and put in Bradshaw. I don't know. It's a tough thing, Pittsburgh. And hey, how about Lola? How about Detroit? I didn't give you time to think about it. What's your Hall of Fame, or what's your 4 heads?
K-Line.
Who?
K-Line.
Al Kaline.
Okay, good choice, Al Kaline.
Gordie Howe.
Okay, great choice.
Stevie Eiserman.
Okay.
And Barry Sanders.
There you go. That's a good one.
And she
I like that one.
She left out the Pistons.
Oh, don't mention Pistons to her.
Well, we could just do one whole mountain with, that championship team
Yeah.
with 4 men and a baby.
Who would it be? Dumars, Thomas, Lambier?
Lambier, because she liked him.
Rodman and, who was the 5th?
I don't know.
Because you got to put Rodman in there. He was tremendous.
Yeah, he was.
Before he
True.
started painting his nails green.
Yeah, he wore that wedding dress on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Oh, it was after he met Carmen Electra, it went downhill.
Yeah, yeah. If I met her, you could see me in a dress too, couldn't you? Think about that while you're driving to Maine. That's a pretty good one, Lola. Yeah, Detroit's had some really good ones. And the Pistons, hey, they got the #1 draft pick next year. So hopefully they'll do well, whatever. But I liked Al Kaline. Loved Gordie Howe because he played till he was 106. Barry Sanders, boy, it's too bad he played with a lot of bad teams. But he was a good guy. All right. Okay, Army, we wanted to do a statue of the great Providence players, but I can only think of one, so.
There's only a few, but they're all good ones.
Yeah, well, hey, if you didn't beat BU in a big game, I would, brag about Providence. To me, Providence is a great town for seafood. Is that where you're going, or are you going to Maine?
We'll do a kind of a stop up the coast. We'll work our way up the coast.
Okay, bring me back some Maine lobster, eh?
I'll gladly bring you back. Well, I owe you. I think I owe you 5 Jimmy John's Italians.
No, you owe me a hoodie. Oh, to hell with Lola. She always gets fit. Yeah, bring her a hoagie once in a while.
Okay, I'll
you got to
take care
get the
of it for
big
that
one, roast beef. Is it roast beef you like, Lola?
Oh,
At
I
Jimmy
like
John's?
roast beef, but I also like Italian.
Yeah.
You know what Derek's mom always brings when she comes down here, which is absolutely the best?
What is that?
Is the whoopie pies.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Ooh,
What's a whoopie pie?
those are good.
What's a whoopie pie?
Yeah, what is
you
that?
lived in New England.
Wow.
I might have had it, but I didn't know what it was.
Oh, my gosh. Derek?
Well, a whoopie pie is incredible. It's just like a chocolate cake with frosting in the middle.
I've had that. Didn't know it was a whoopie pie. Okay.
But like it's like a sandwich. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Deej, can you take over a little bit better?
Yeah, that's probably the best. Basically, 2 pieces of chocolate cake with vanilla frosting in the middle.
Yeah. They're so good. So good. They're like devil dogs. I love devil dogs, too.
Do we have anything around here that's compared to whoopie pie, Lola? Probably
I'm
not.
sure Hostess cooks up something.
Yeah.
Derek and I were talking about foods and stuff actually when we were leaving the show last week. The other one that we were talking about was coffee milk, which is a Rhode Island thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what coffee milk is, Bill?
No.
D?
You can't. So some people are baffled by it, but you can't. It's not milk, and it's not like half coffee, half milk. It's coffee milk. It's its own thing. So if you say I want coffee and milk, if you say it wrong, you're getting just coffee milk, and that's all.
Where is this, in New England?
This is in Rhode Island. This is a Rhode Island staple right there.
Okay. All right. Rhode Island staple. Yeah. What's Rhode Island noted for, by the way?
Newport, the ocean, anything of that nature. Federal Hill, the Italian food,
Okay.
that kind of thing.
All right. Okay. Because I know Providence has a lot of great restaurants. A lot of great restaurants.
A lot of great restaurants.
And when I flew with the Steelers, because they were in Foxborough, we would fly into Providence and take the bus to Foxborough. I don't understand that. When if you go to Boston Airport, you're only 30 miles away from Foxborough. Whatever. Whatever. Well, we covered all the bases but hockey, huh?
Yep, pretty much.
You going to stick with us in the last segment, or you want us to say goodbye to you?
I'll stick with you. I'll see how the little guy does here. In the
Yeah, well, we don't want him pooping again while you're on the air, okay?
No, I think he's out of poop now. It's out. It's out now.
I can't believe we're doing this. This is a live show. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a poopy break. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
All
DJ's got to go to the bathroom.
No, I got to go to the bathroom. All right, we'll be right back with you. You want to hang on, or you want us to call you back in about 8 minutes?
Call me back in 8 minutes.
All right, okay. Let's take that break. That's why they call it a variety show. We talk about and listen, and, a lot of things happen on the variety show. We'll be right back.
When I think back on all the crap I learned in high school, it's a wonder I can think at all. And my lack of education hasn't hurt me none. I can read the writing on the wall. Kodachrome gives those nice bright colors, gives us the greens of summers, makes you think all the world's a sunny day. Oh yeah, I got an eye on camera. I love to take a photograph, so mama don't take my Kodachrome away.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1 W251CY, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7 W249DU, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News. I'm Michelle Franzen. Nearly 6 days after the collapse of the Champlain Tower South, hope still driving rescue teams and families. Miami-Dade County Fire Chief Alan Kaminsky says crews are digging through the dangerous shifting debris and delays from storms.
We keep trying. From the get-go, from what we saw, devastating. Okay, but we continue moving forward and continue pushing.
11 are confirmed dead, 150 still missing. ABC's Victor Okindo is in Surfside.
Crews hopeful that as the building pancaked down, pockets of air or voids could have formed in the rubble, potentially trapping survivors, keeping them alive.
There's certain areas that we have not gotten to, but we've been able to place cameras that seem to have large enough spaces, voids, that occupants may still be in there.
Rescuers finding some of those voids, but unfortunately, nobody inside so far.
The White House says President Biden and the First Lady will travel to Surfside on Thursday. The president today in Wisconsin, he's going to be touting the bipartisan infrastructure plan and jobs he says it will create. A new study offers promising protection, meantime, of the 2 mRNA COVID-19 vaccines. ABC's Eva Pilgrim has details.
The study published in the journal Nature showed that mRNA vaccines like Pfizer and Moderna produced high levels of neutralizing antibodies and those important B cells which help support the immune system. But instead of peaking after a week or two, researchers found nearly 4 months later there was still a strong immune response, essentially training the body long-term to fight off infection.
Another reason health officials are urging Americans to get vaccinated. New COVID-19 cases on the rise in low vaccinated regions like Missouri. The Delta variant there accounting for 30% of the state's new cases. Hospitalizations are also up 42% in just the last month. You're listening to ABC News.
I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger with a quick tip from H2O Wireless on stretching your budget and saving money every month. Start with your recurring monthly bills, and here's the easiest one, your cell phone bill. Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile charge premium rates for unlimited data, when in all actuality, you have no need for that much data. H2O Wireless, on the other hand, is on the exact same network as one of those carriers, but charges you half. The average family of 4 is saving over $70 a month without having to sacrifice coverage. And listen to this, unlimited talk, text, and 15 gigs of data for just $36 per month. Switching is as easy as swapping out your SIM card. You can keep your phone and your phone number. Here's how to get the best deal. This month, dial pound 250 and say keyword get H2O. You'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Dial pound 250 and say get H2O for this exclusive offer and start saving today.
With airline travel booming again, United Airlines announced it's ordering over 270 new planes from Boeing and Airbus. Here's ABC's Alex Stone.
With this order, the largest ever for United, it expects to add a new plane every 3 days in 2023 alone. It'll also replace about 200 regional jets with larger mainline aircraft. United says that will mean new jobs at the airline. It'll also allow for older, less efficient planes like A320s and 757s to be replaced.
The order consists of 200 737 MAX and 70 Airbus A320 NEO aircraft. More states now added to California's list where state-funded travel is banned because of what lawmakers say are discriminatory laws.
17 states now off limits to California state-funded travel because
most are being added in part because they are working to prevent transgender women and girls from participating in school sports consistent with their gender identity.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta.
The states are a part of a recent dangerous wave of discriminatory new bills signed into law in states all across the country.
The newest states, Florida, Arkansas, Montana, North Dakota, and West Virginia. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News.
In Spain, lawmakers have approved a draft bill that would allow anyone over the age of 14 to change their gender without a medical diagnosis or hormone therapy. This is ABC News.
Mike, I understand you need the park.
Carly's Car Shop demands more engine-fixing horsepower. They need to floor it to find their staff some backup.
We need to finish up that coupe today. It cannot be here for another 2 weeks.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
This is
The Ohio House and Senate voted yesterday to approve the state's $75 billion biennial budget bill after making a number of last-minute additions. Olivia Eugenio with affiliate station WBNS-TV in Columbus has more on what's in the compromise bill.
A decision was made on school funding. Legislators decided to adopt the House's Fair School Funding proposal. This plan was heavily favored by education advocates and educators. The plan would invest $2 billion over the course of 6 years. The budget only covers the first 2 years of this plan. $250 million is in the budget to expand broadband access. $220 million would be used the first year of the budget. $30 million would be used the second.
And during the pandemic, the state extended deadlines for renewing your driver's license and registration, but that extension ends this week. ONN's Molly Brewer has the details.
In November of last year, the state passed Ohio House Bill 404, which extended license, ID, car and vehicle registration, birthday expiration dates. If your birthday expiration date fell between March 9th of 2020 and April 1st of 2021, you were given more time to renew. Well, that time is just about up. Here's your warning. Extended expiration dates only last through July 1st of this year, and in case you're in summer mode, that's this Thursday. In Columbus, Molly Brewer.
And I'm Daniel Barnett on the Ohio News Network.
The best in live and local talk returns momentarily on The Watchdog.
Are you or your loved ones facing a serious legal battle? The law office of Paul Harris wants you to know you aren't alone. Do you need someone that's not afraid to go to trial and fight for your rights? Attorney Paul Harris and his team are willing to go where most firms are not. The courtroom. With a successful track record in civil litigation, criminal defense, including tax issues and healthcare fraud, Harris Law Office will fight for their clients by offering the most aggressive representation in and out of court. Call Paul Harris at Harris Law Office for a free consultation. 304-232-5300.
It's the summer's hottest party. The Circus Saints and Sinners Party on the Plaza. Enjoy all-day live music, food trucks, and ice-cold beverages at the Plaza on Market in downtown Wheeling. Get tickets now at partyontheplaza.org.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Tuesday, another hazy, hot, and humid afternoon, a daytime high of 93. Mainly clear overnight, still rather muggy with a low near 73. Could wake up to a few early morning scattered showers and thunderstorms for your Wednesday. Otherwise, clouds and sunshine with temperatures in the upper 80s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, The Watchdog.
10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes one. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock When the chimes ring 5, 6, and 7, we'll be right in 7th heaven. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till the broad
You know,
daylight.
DJ, this is just a suggestion.
All right.
When I go to an Ailer game, I see some older folks there. When there's a timeout on the clock, you ought to play Rock Around the Clock.
There you go. Perfect.
Who's the music guy there?
Robbie.
Okay. Old guy, young guy?
Young guy.
Oh, okay. Probably if I said, who was Bo Diddley. How about that? Rock around the clock during a timeout in Nailers game.
Hey, he takes ideas. I mean,
Give him that idea and you take credit for it.
Derek had us come out to the Stone Cold Steve Austin theme song for the starting lineups this year, so.
Oh, that's good. I just want you guys to get one of those, what do they call them?
The cranks like in Vegas.
Oh, I want to crank that. I'll even make a donation to Army's favorite charity, diapers. Hey, I got to ask you this question, and I wrote it down, and I can't find it now. Oh, here it is. Why have I seen so many broken sticks, Army?
I don't know why. I think because they make them because of how.
Okay. He didn't pay his
He
phone bill.
disappears.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when if you have a losing season too. You know what I mean? We'll get to Army back.
Okay.
He's traveling. Maybe it's another poopy break.
You never know.
You know, did I see a couple in the Montreal Islanders game? Yeah. By the way, what's the law there? If there's a broken stick, shouldn't somebody pick it up? Because what if somebody trips over it and breaks a leg?
If it doesn't interfere with getting in the play, then the linesman would pick it up.
Well, they should, okay. But there was one in the Bruins-Islanders game, I hate to refer to it, but it seems like a lot of strange things happened in that series. There was a stick on the ice for a couple of minutes while the teams were down in the other end, down the other zone.
Because obviously they've got to call the play, too, so
Yeah.
and make sure they don't get killed.
Yeah.
Or get in the way.
Sticks aren't made out of wood anymore, are they?
No, they're made out of composite.
Oh, okay. Maybe they ought to go back to the wooden sticks.
Hey, maybe.
Why not?
Well, they know how powerful these composites are, so they're not going to
Yeah,
make that switch.
yeah. So the Nailers all have composite sticks?
Yes.
Do you see a lot of broken sticks during the game?
Oh, yeah, plenty.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just wondered that. Yeah. Yeah, that answered my question. So that's good. That's good. All right. Well, we've covered a lot in this Stanley Cup. I can't wait for next year when, what is it, TBS, TNT, or whatever, take over?
ESPN and all them, too.
Yeah. I hope we still have some of these announcers. I like Jonesy.
Derek's back.
Yeah. We're talking about broken sticks. Then we went from broken sticks to diapers. Now we're going on announcers for next year. I said, I hope TNT or TBS or whatever, ESPN, I hope they keep Jonesy because I like him. I like the
good job.
I like the former Blackhawk guy. What's his name?
Patrick Sharp. I'm not a Patrick Sharp guy. After he ripped Josh Archibald, who was a former Nailer. So I didn't like that. He ripped one of the old Nailers.
Ooh,
Former teammate of yours.
That's a former teammate of yours, huh?
Yeah. So I was like, I didn't quite like that move.
Please bring back Mike Milbury. I miss him. What do you
He
think?
was definitely controversial. I mean, I think he gave you something that you wanted to hear. What him and Jeremy Roenick were great together because they would just go back and forth.
Yeah. They would call a jerk. I liked it, you know? Oh, hell, have Don Cherry come in as a special commentator, you know?
I mean, he would be. I mean, I think that what they need to get is like the NBA on TNT has. Is They got some personality. They got guys who aren't afraid to speak. You know, like about something differently. It's not very. You know, hey, this is the prompt. Stick to the prompt.
Yeah. You know, when they're going to use Charles Barkley as a special color analyst, he ought to be funny. He's a big hockey fan.
Yeah, he's going to do a great job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are sports too robotic? What do you think, Derek?
I mean, I think, you know, the whole we thing, like, I think that's important. Like, I don't want it to get to a point where it's me or I. I think if we, you know, I think everyone wants their individuality, and I think that's great. Like, you know, you can find ways to do it, but I definitely think, you know, it's a team sport, and everyone makes sure it's known it's a team sport. And I do think when you get into the me or I in hockey, those are the guys that, you know, can't work, because it's not like, you know, basketball where, you know, you could be the only good player on the team and you can carry them. But in hockey, you need a whole assortment of guys who are good to be a good team. So I think it's hard to do me or I, and I think that's where I hope it never gets to that.
I know I'm closer to Rick Tocchet than you guys, but I'm surprised, and you can agree or disagree. Why doesn't this guy have a head coaching job?
DJ?
Whew. I thought he's done a good job with, especially an Arizona team that came from pretty much nothing and turned into a playoff team, but they did regress after a good performance the year of the bubble. I don't know. I mean, he's never, aside from being an assistant coach with Pittsburgh, he's really never gotten a chance to lead a good team. He's always kind of been with the scraps. Like, he was with Tampa Bay, was his first ever coaching job.
And that was awful, too.
They were terrible. That was Stamkos' rookie year. He took over for Melrose, who was a disaster hire there. No, I think I thought he did a good job of building up Arizona. I'd like to see him with maybe a team that's on the verge of breaking through and see what he would do with that.
Army?
I mean, I don't particularly know. I know they kind of that they keep digging back into the well a little bit in coaching. You know, like every other sport, they keep going back to some names. But I think for him, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another job, whether it be maybe it's Buffalo on the horizon. But I mean, it is one. I think Arizona was budding a little bit. They invested in it going into that bubble, and you saw some results, so that was good. But I do think he's a really good coach. I'll be anxious to see, if he, latches on as an assistant and then tries to go for a head coach again, or how he approaches it.
It's kind of funny to see how some of the teams will approach the coaches too, because the Rangers, they just had David Quinn, which was a brand new NHL head coach out of NCAA. Which is a gutsy move for a big city team like the Rangers' big market. So now, obviously, they go to a name, like Derek said, kind of recycling with Gerard Gallant, which I think is a good move by them. Then you have a team like Columbus, which is a no-risk situation. Like, let's call a spade. They're Columbus. They're barely relevant on the big scheme of the NHL. So they bring Brad Larson up from the AHL, Springfield. He's a brand new head coach. Interesting, though, Seattle. What did you guys think of the Hackstall move to bring him in, the former Flyers head coach?
Who'd they bring in?
Very interesting.
Who'd Seattle bring in?
Dave Hackstall.
Okay, I remember him. All right. How about the guy that was at Columbus, the wacko?
Tortorella.
Yeah, is he going to be working anywhere?
I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Torch gets back into it?
I don't know if he will or wants to. I think he would be great in Buffalo, because I think what they really need is they need someone to actually come in and, I think they need some actual structure. And the owner has to say, listen, you have the full authority over everything. You're the deciding factor, because I don't think they've supported any of the coaches they've had. Therefore, everything the coaches say kind of get passed off by the players. They need to give the coach the iron fist, and I think that's where Tortorella would be really good.
Yeah, okay.
I agree with that 100%. I think that the Pagulas, it's great that they have all the money in the world, but they're running a circus there. Get out of the way and let your hockey people run the hockey business.
Yeah.
So what makes you think that Hackstall is interesting in Seattle, Derek?
I just think he's interesting. He didn't have, obviously had success in college, and it didn't quite work out in Philadelphia. I would have expected them to go after which I guess it is kind of a situation, like you said, where realistically there's no real expectations, so you can you're playing with house money. But I would have expected them to, sort of like Vegas, make a splash going into season 1.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Do the Rangers have a coach?
Yeah, they just hired Gallant.
Okay, all right.
Former Vegas coach.
What openings are there? Are there any openings? Are they all
Buffalo's
filled up?
Buffalo.
Okay, that's it?
Arizona. No, is Arizona still open?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put Tortorella down in Arizona with Kessel.
Ooh, that
man.
would be fun. Who throws the first punch?
Yeah,
The
I don't
coach.
think that would click.
Now, there's lots of rumors, okay? Who's the kid that the Bruins got from Buffalo? What's his name?
Taylor Hall.
There's rumors, bring his buddy wants to come to Boston. Eichel. I don't hear good things about Eichel. What do you hear about him, Coach?
Which?
Jack Eichel. Buffalo Sabre.
Yeah, I don't have much of a comment. I just, maybe he gets, being around Bergeron and Marchand, guys who are real leaders and winners. That
might help
helps
him out. Yep.
So maybe that's a key. But I think right now he's he's a little bit he doesn't have a leader to help steer him in the right direction.
Yeah. Tell you what, that Taylor Hall deal looks good, and he said he wants to play and end his career in Boston. But, money talks. We'll see what happens.
How do you fit him under the cap, too?
Yeah.
Like, you can't fit both of them under the cap.
No. Well, you got to trade maybe some play. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not going to break up your nucleus.
And I think they got Krejci. He's got to re-sign, too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's been around, seems like a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Did you bring it up to me? Bergeron, as a rookie, his head coach was Mike Sullivan.
Yeah.
Did you tell me that?
03-04.
Yeah. That's unbelievable. I like Sullivan. Hey, what do you expect from somebody from BU, right?
Right.
We're so great. We're so great. Whatever. You think the Penguins will make some moves? Army?
I don't know. I mean, I will say for the Mike Sullivan thing, I really like. I had the chance to play under him for a little bit and got to know him, and I really liked my time with him. But I'm sure the Penguins have some splashes. I'm sure Hextall and Brian Burke have some splashes that they want to make, and but I mean, you can't go wrong when you have a core as they do.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll throw a different answer at you. I think they will do something. I think the better question to ask on that is, will it be big? And I don't think it's going to be big. I don't think, like Derek said, I think they're going to try and keep the core intact. I think you're in the free agency era, so I think you always expect some kind of a tweak, which it's honestly surprising that Tampa kept things so steady from year to year as they did from last year to this, but I think it'll be I think it'll be something, but not drastic.
Yeah. Once in a while, I talk to Mario Lemieux because we go way, 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 way back. If he would ask me, what do you think we should do? And I would say, send a Russian to Florida. We'll have 6 or 7 teammates who are Russians. Then he can go golfing all the time.
I'd say stop trading away draft picks. Use them. Build your team. Like, they're still good young players.
Yeah. You know what I would say to Mario? Hey, you got this young team in Wheeling. They got a young, fascinating coach, okay? He's determined to win. Make sure they get some players from Wilkes-Barre, okay? What do you think, Army?
I hope they, I think they've always had a history of supporting the team. So I think we've had a good relationship. I've been working hand in hand with Eric Heasley up there, and so hopefully we get some, some good guys to come help us out.
Hey guys, how about this? He might be available if the price is right. Bring back Marc-Andre Fleury.
You think the price will be right? He seems to be happy in Vegas.
Yeah. I don't think he's happy because he was replaced late in that series, right?
Yeah, but
he'll tell you I'm a team player, but that's a bunch of BS. Leonard looked pretty good, though. Was that the backup?
He's the 1A, 1B.
Yeah. He's. I like what I saw there. That's why I wanted to see Vegas in it.
I'll tell you what, though, the consistency with Tampa and to be able to do it with some adding new young players as they've went along. Like, you look at the last 7 years, this is their third final. In addition, they went to Game 7 of the conference final twice, and they won the President's Trophy once. That's a pretty good 6-7 year span. And they're still bringing in the young guys like Braden Point, homegrown. Andre Palat, homegrown.
Yeah.
They can win.
I will say to that point, I agree with it. The only problem with draft picks, say for Crosby or Malkin, is you got to, for the most part, unless you're getting a top dog, you have to expect 2 or 3 years really of development. So, that's kind of saying, hey, Crosby, Malkin, you're still going to, and Letang, you guys in 3 years are still going to be at your prime when this guy is coming up. So you're playing a little bit riskier, whereas Tampa was a really young nucleus, so you had a lot of time to develop to bring those guys on.
That's true, because Stamkos is still a couple of years younger. Well, and don't forget Vasilevsky was homegrown too.
Yeah, that's they could be competitive for a couple of more years with their goaltending, right?
They hit an absolute knock out of the park with Vasilevsky.
Yeah.
Like, I think...
Home run.
Yeah.
Where was he before, DJ?
He was the draft pick.
Okay. He's been around, 6 or 7 years?
Yeah. He came up through their system. He came up through Syracuse.
Yeah, okay.
But, I mean, they had some easy ones, some layups, like, obviously, Stamkos at 1, Hedman at 2. But to be able to do that with Kucherov and Vasilevsky at point.
Tell the point one, Deej.
Yeah.
The point one. That's incredible. Yeah.
And the Islanders, with their young goaltender and young team, they're going to be competitive for years.
We had a player last year that played for us. He's on Fort Wayne now, so he's actually playing for a championship as we speak, but was drafted 2 picks ahead of Braden Point.
Wow. By the way, why are they playing? Is that the finals in ECHL?
Yeah.
Why is it only 5 games?
Because they want to try and get it done.
Are you kidding me?
No, they want to get it done by 4th of July.
Didn't it used to be 7?
Yeah.
That sucks.
It'll go back to normal next year.
Well, nothing's normal. Normal was supposed to be this year.
Right.
All right, Coach. It's been an interesting hour. Bring back some lobster or whatever, and bring me back one of those whoopie diapers or what? Well, no, whoopie pies.
Whoopie pies, but I'll have plenty of stinky diapers if you want one of those.
No, thank you. All right. When do you come back home and start working on the season?
So right now there's still some deadlines that I'm dealing with right now. Just talking with a lot of agents and whatnot for signings. The free agency is kind of open, but we'll really take a stride in another couple of weeks. Right now it'll be about just the next couple of weeks we'll be re-signing guys. And then I'll be back kind of intermittently, probably around August, and just enjoying some family for right now.
Okay, well, if the playoffs are still existing, same time, same place, next Tuesday, okay?
I'm in.
Hopefully you won't have diaper duty.
No, I'll have some diaper duty. I'll mix in an odd stink diaper for you.
Okay, well, thank you. That smells so sweet. Yuck. All right, thank you, Coach. Enjoy your trip.
Thanks, Bill. Bye, Lola.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
What a character.
We'll be talking plenty in the next few days because we have our protected lists due Thursday, which that's more or less a formality. But then we have future consideration trades due to be finalized by Monday, and we have 3 of them hanging in the balance. So we have some transactions to announce in the next couple of days.
There's not that much trading in ECHL, is there?
Depends on the year and depends on the situation.
Yeah, because you only need 8 good players. That's a cheap shot, but I can do that.
Hey,
you don't have
do
to
what you
comment
can.
on. No, whatever. Things are like I tell people. What's wrong with there's a couple of season ticket holders at the Wild Things that I see before the game, and we talk about a lot of things, but they're nailer season ticket holders. Okay.
Is one of them Lauren?
Is she in the wheelchair?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we love Lauren.
Oh, I love her too. But I can't get away from her. It's like I got to go upstairs and get ready. Well, what do you think I did? She said, "What do you think about the Islanders?" And I say, "You know what? They can only get better. Only can get better."
I mean,
how many wins did you have? 22?
Something in that ballpark.
Yeah. You can only get better.
Forgot.
Leach, what's he call you? Weege? Deej, why? Like DJ?
Yeah, just everybody shortens
I'm just going to call you DJ.
Yeah.
All right. But she is what a great lady. She knows her baseball, too.
Well, you think about it. They're not superstar laden, and yet back-to-back years they've gotten to the league semifinals.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Good lady. Yeah, she's there like 3 or 4 hours right before the game. She talks to the ushers, she talks to the employees, she talks to my interns, and every once in a while, I try and talk to her because I know that this conversation will last longer than 5 minutes. She knows her sports.
I love Lauren because she's not afraid to tell you what she thinks.
Yep.
And she's going to support you to the end. So she's going to tell you, she's going to be honest with you.
Yep.
She's going to tell you if she likes it, she's going to tell you if she's not like it. But she's going to be there till the end. She's not going to pull any punches and go, well, if you don't fix this, I'm going to... Nope. She's going to say, look, I think you guys are doing this great. I think you're doing this terribly. This is what I think. And,
I think she's been a season ticket holder of Wild Things about 15 years. How long with the Nailers, do you know?
No, but a long time.
Yeah. She's a great supporter. Great lady, too.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Wine and Cheese. Deej, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Sounds good.
All right.
Go Bolts.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Chris Lawrence. A Putnam County woman charged with misdemeanors tied to the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol will enter a plea bargain over her alleged actions that day. Grayson Courtright of Hurricane due for a plea hearing July 20th in U.S. District Court in Washington. Metro News statewide correspondent Brad McElhaney says the charges against her are not tied to any violent acts.
She's accused of going into the Capitol on January 6th and wandering around with a members-only sign for the U.S. Senate until an officer took it away, but is not accused of violent behavior of anything of the sort.
Courtright, who's from Hurricane, was in her senior year as a mathematical economics major at the University of Kentucky and described her presence at the Capitol on social media posts that were later deleted, but screenshots were preserved and described in an affidavit. The lady who has guided Kanawha County through the pandemic is out. Dr. Sherry Young announcing Monday that she would resign her post as executive director and chief health officer for the Kanawha Charleston Health Department. She indicated she was leaving to pursue another opportunity, however, did not indicate what that might be. One person died Monday in a crash on U.S. Route 35 in Mason County. According to authorities, that crash involved a U-Haul truck pulling a trailer with a car and a semi with a flatbed trailer. The incident occurred near the Putnam County line about 5:45. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. The State Department of Health and Human Resources added just 25 new COVID cases to its numbers today. The agency said there are now 1,378 active cases, and they also added one fatality, an 85-year-old man from Nicholas County. There have now been 2,879 deaths blamed on the pandemic in West Virginia. Nearly 53% of state residents over the age of 12 have been fully vaccinated at this point. Governor Justice and his administration addressing the numbers and vaccination efforts in the COVID-19 briefing happening right now. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
AutomotiveMap.com presents the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on The Watchdog. I'm John Thayer. In the NBA playoffs last night, the LA Clippers winners over the Phoenix Suns, 116-102. Paul George with 41 points and 13 rebounds to lead the way for the Clippers. Devin Booker, 31 points for Phoenix. With the win, the Clippers will move the series back to LA. Phoenix leads that series 3-2. Tonight in the NBA, the Bucks are at the Atlanta Hawks. Milwaukee leads the series 2-1. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals last night, it was all Tampa Bay. The Lightning crushed the Canadiens 5-1. Game 2 is tomorrow night. In the College World Series Championship Series last night, game number 1, Vanderbilt scored 7 runs in the first inning. They cruised to an 8-2 victory. Game 2 is tonight. Download the Score app today. Lightning fast sports alerts so you never miss a thing. I'm John Thayer with the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on The Watchdog.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is here to keep your car on the road with the right parts, advice from our parts professionals, and our free loaner tool program. Your local store has more than 80 specialty tools available for your next repair. Refundable deposit required. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and ask about our free loaner tool program or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I need tech that can make me as productive in my home office as I am at my office.
It's possible with Staples Connect.
I need a fast new PC so I don't miss a beat in college.
Staples Connect makes it possible with the tools you need to work and learn. And now get up to $150 off select PCs like the HP Pavilion laptop with Intel i5 processor. Explore what's new at your local Staples or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. N73 Limit 2.
Hey man, what can I get you?
Yeah, can I have 2 Coors Lights?
You got it. Hey Mike! I need 2 Coors Lights! Sure thing.
With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go.
Thanks, Mike. Doing a great job. All right, 2 ice-cold Coors Lights.
That's the coldest beer I've ever had.
Hey, they don't call it the world's most refreshing beer for nothing.
Okay, be honest with me. Do you really have the Rocky Mountains in your beer cooler?
You don't believe it? Check it out.
Man, that's pretty amazing.
I know, right? I can't believe it myself sometimes. I mean, this cooler is only 3 feet wide.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy on it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding, over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Summer is in full swing.
If you think you're hot, well, so are your trees. You can help your trees by watering them, especially if they're newly planted. During the hot, dry summer months, your trees could use a water boost. Watering new trees a few times a week will help them survive while they're developing their root system, so don't forget about them. To find out more about watering trees, or to find a certified arborist near you, go to treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
Does your dog need groomed or walked? Are you looking for a pet sitter or dog boarding options? If so, call Dirty Paws, Wheeling's newest pet care service, providing the Ohio Valley with everyone's pet care needs. Check us out on Facebook at Dirty Paws WHG or call 304-639-7754.
Hi, it's Hoppy Kercheval inviting you to join me weekdays, 10 till noon for a statewide talk line. We talk about the big stories affecting us in West Virginia. We talk with top political figures, sports personalities, and sometimes just us folks talking, all offering our opinions on what's happening today. 10 till noon, right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
You pretty thing, let me buy you a wedding ring. Let me hear the choir sing. Oh, you pretty thing, you pretty thing. Let me walk you down the aisle, darling, wear a lovely smile.
That's a good call, Lola. Who sings that?
Bo Diddley.
That's a Bo Diddley tune? Wow. What is that? You know, I'm
Your
fussy about
favorite
seltzers.
thing in the world, seltzers. It
That's
is.
okay.
But they're worth trying. It is another one of Janie's products, so you always got to try
right.
Janie's.
Oh, sure. Let's take care of Janie all the
Well
time.
worth
Don't take care of me because I like wine and you don't bring me wine.
I brought your Adesso in a couple weeks.
Yes, you did. That's all right. Janie takes care of me, too. Whenever she has time to stop and say hello. I'm glad she's busy. I'm glad she's busy.
Oh, she's always busy.
What do you got? 2 cans there. What is it?
Yeah, so today I brought in
That's
some of the Mighty
Spike?
Swell that I talked about last week.
Oh, blackberry
so-
looks good. Is
yeah.
this blackberry?
This is the peach I gave you first.
Try
Yeah,
it,
I
Bill.
figured
It's
the
really
blackberry
good.
would kind of be a little
Peach?
more overpowering than the peach. So
Try it. I might like it.
Yeah,
Who used to
knows?
say that? What
Mikey.
commercial? Mikey, yeah.
smells nice and peachy, that's for sure.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I like it.
Not bad at all.
Man.
And that's what people really liked about these seltzers a little more than others is they do have a lot of flavor to them. They definitely get a lot of the fruit coming out of them.
Why they're called swell.
Exactly,
Give
Mighty
me,
Swell.
give me a can. We got to put the spotlight on the can.
I'll pass the blackberry one for you
Mighty
to share
Swell.
for now.
Boy, is
too.
that cold.
It is.
How
yes.
cold's your freezer or refrigerator?
Nice
Man.
little ice bath about an hour and a half before I came.
All right, there we go. It's a little bit too light. So let's cover the beer. Now you don't see me, which is a good thing. What is it again? Mighty Swell.
Yeah, the Mighty Swell hard
Spike
seltzers.
peach?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 100 calories. That's what I'm talking about. What's Soulful Roots?
Let's see here. Soulful Roots,
Austin, Texas?
Yeah, Austin, Texas. Is so that's where they're crafted at.
Okay. Let's see. I'm reading, my diabetes specialist says, always read labels. 0, 0, 1%. Total sugars only 3. Here's the great thing. Added sugars, none.
None, no. It's all sugar from the fruit. So yeah, you're getting all natural sugars with this stuff.
Yeah. No wonder Lola looks natural. Because she drinks natural.
Natural products,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And 5% alcohol, so I think that's pretty darn common when it comes to the seltzers now too. So hitting right along that line. But these have been popular. So I got a little mixed pack of these ones. It's actually what I brought Lola today, but the peach, the blackberry, you have the watermelon mint, and I believe
Watermelon
there's
mint.
a cherry lime in there. And then I do have a tropical 12 pack.
We're going to try the blackberry next?
Yeah, the blackberry will be
We'll
next.
wait
Yep.
Wait till Lola finishes her third glass. No, I'm sorry, folks. I shouldn't say that. Yes, I can. But this is real good, Corey and
is.
Lola. Can't believe I like this.
And $19.99 a 12 pack. So not terrible in the pricing. either.
$19.99 a 12-pack? That's
Yeah.
only $1 something, right?
Yeah, $1 something a can.
Yeah. You sell a lot of it?
I've been selling more and more. I have. So it's a newer product on the market, probably just a couple
Was
months.
that a free
in
shirt
West
you got,
Virginia.
Great Lakes?
This probably was.
Yeah, that's,
yes.
you got the West Virginia University colors there. Huh?
I know. That's. I like to wear those anytime I know I'm going to be in the presence of a Pitt fan. So.
I'll remember that next Tuesday. That's okay. I did a thing for Reverend Cummings, a charity thing, basketball clinic for little kids.
Okay.
There was like 3 WVU guys there, 2 West Liberty guys.
Oh,
We had a lot
nice.
of fun.
Not bad.
They liked my speech to the kids, but they were good teaching the kids.
Absolutely.
And I told the kids, these guys, grown-up kids, are still practicing.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you never stop practicing.
But that was
that's
a
for
good
sure.
thing. I saw the cameras there, and I said, I'm surprised the mayor's not here. And he shows up, does a little interview, and he leaves.
Now
I
where-
wanted to go one-on-one with him,
Where was that at?
down the street, up the street,
Oh, okay.
North Main,
Okay.
Reverend Cummings. He gave me a tour of the church. He said, well, this time you went to church. I said, let's not go there, okay? And, but, they have nice facilities. He's got great volunteers.
Awesome.
Okay. But it was great. We did something with the kids. I think there was about 12 or 13, and a couple kids got frustrated, but, the guys from WVU and West Lib, they were so cool with these kids.
That's great.
Made them feel like they were in the NBA, which I liked,
Oh, absolutely.
Then when I gave my speech, all 5 guys cheered me on because they learned something. Okay, Lola, you done drinking?
No, I'm never done.
No, I mean, are you done with the stuff? Okay, let's do it because I want to get the blackberry in here. I can't believe I like that. If I like this, I'm going to buy a lot of that stuff. Now, I use blackberries in my cereal because it's supposed to be good for me.
Okay. I'm sure.
Blueberries,
few,
blackberries,
few-
cherries.
I bet a few fresh blackberries inside of this would be good too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cute.
Don't give me as much as her, okay? Because I want her to have a second helping.
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
Good.
Now, give me the can. There we
So
go.
let me just pour a splash there.
All right, here we go. Janet's busy, so Lola's going to be Janet. We're going to talk about food, what goes with this. Here we go. Whoa, look at that. That looks good on TV. I mean, on Facebook. Okay, this is 100 calories, gluten-free, 5% alcohol.
5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something I just seen on the can, 2.5% fruit juice. So that's where you're getting the fruit again.
Yeah. Read this label. No total fat, no sodium. Total sugars, only 3 grams. It's unbelievable. All right, good stuff. Now, Uncle Billy, hold it. We want to cover the beard. There we go. Can I do this at the same time? Hold this and get this? No. Here we go.
You got it. That's good too. I mean, that's,
Holy
like I said,
crap, that's great. Lola, what do you think?
And I think I could sit here and smell these for 5 minutes before I drink them. The really aromatic
Oh,
when it
that's
comes to the
really
fruitiness.
good. That's really good.
It is.
So 12 of these, 19 bucks?
Yeah, yes, sir.
You have a lot of them?
I've got a few 12 packs of those. I've got, I think, 4 of the tropical, but I've got more coming in for the weekend for sure.
Good stuff. That's really
Yep. Yeah, actually, this weekend down in the Center Market's the Red, White, and Brew on Friday. So I
That's
will.
on Lola's drink list.
Oh, good.
What is that all
It
about?
should be on everybody's drink list.
What
that's
is
for sure.
what day is it?
It's First Friday, so I think we're finally going to be able to kick off a First Friday this year, and it's going to be for the Red, White, and Brew Fest. Perfect timing. I believe from 6 to 11, they're going to have live music playing. Should be some beer tents, I would think. Of course, the Market Vines, Wheeling Brewing, Brew Keepers will all be open serving beer as well. So it's going to be a great day down in Center Market. Weather's looking very good too. So we're looking forward to it.
It's not going to be smotheringly hot like it is now.
Thanks. And I'm off the top of my head, I want to say MSM and the Muddles performing live Friday, and
Yeah,
there
and,
could be one more.
Gage, I can't remember his last name, but
Okay.
it's country.
Oh,
He
good.
starts it, then the muddle.
Well, convince me, Corey. I want to go to the movies Friday to see Purge Forever. I'm a
Okay.
Purge guy. I can always go see that, right?
You can go.
But I can't see the first Fridays.
You ought to go catch the midnight matinee there, and then come down to Center Market first and get some food, get a few drinks in.
Yeah,
you,
but
listen
by the
to
time
some
I get up to
music.
the midnight matinee, I might be in La La Land. You
Just
know
make
me.
sure you have a driver.
Yeah.
That's what
Even
I
if I
suggest.
smell cinnamon, like Fireball, I'm out.
But heck, that
But
that
you know, I
movie will
haven't
be
been to, I
playing
haven't
any
been to my
day of the
favorite
week,
restaurant
so.
for a while.
where's
To have
the-
that super fish sandwich
Yeah.
and mushroom soup. It's been about 2 months.
You got to make it down the Market Rube and
I
sell
could
the-
hit a
the
lot of
hot one on
bases
the
down
list.
there, right, starting at 2 o'clock.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I might do that.
Absolutely.
You're going down, Lola? Later in the
Yeah,
evening?
Yeah, we'll be there.
Okay.
All
For
right.
sure.
Red, white, and blue, okay.
Yeah, but I do. I plan on having some of the Mighty Swells open that day. I know I'll have some of the chilled pineapple mimosas again. I'll have some of the tropical Moscatos chilled in the aluminum bottles. So we're looking forward to tasting out some wine, getting some people through the shop. And my anticipation right now is probably to be open until 9. If for some reason,
about
it's,
Janet?
I have no idea about Janet. I would think she's going to be open a little later herself.
Yeah, because I'm sure it'd be
Probably do
business
that
galore.
lemonade that she makes.
Yeah,
That's
you
so
know what? and
popular.
I never
She makes good
realized-
lemonade?
That's what I've heard. I haven't tried it yet, and I like fresh squeezed lemonade, so I'm gonna have to.
Is it
squeeze across
freshly
there.
squeezed?
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Well, I got to write that down. I got a bottle of that, our freebie stuff at the Wild Things, hot dogs, cheeseburgers, fried chicken, chicken fillet, whatever they are. All stuff bad for me.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to have a big bottle of lemonade. 360 calories, 190 grams of sugar or something?
There's
That's
lots
what
of
makes
sugar in there.
lemonade.
Oh, my
lemonade.
God.
Well, I know I wouldn't want to
Nestea
just
makes
drink
it.
pure lemon concentrate. That's for
Nestea
sure.
makes this lemonade.
Okay.
Then I got a Nestea, not a whole lot of sugar, and it had a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah.
So I got to go down there and try. I got to write that. Janet's lemonade,
Try her fresh squeeze. Yes.
freshly squeezed. Okay. And I got to buy something else there. I'll get something for cookies. I don't know.
I'm sure you'll
The
find
kids
some
love her
jerky or
cookies.
something.
By the way, which son just had a birthday?
Brian.
Brian just had a birthday. You know what he's drinking now?
What's that?
Because his girlfriend in Pittsburgh's drinking Moscato.
Oh, really?
What's he say? Dad, you got all that wine downstairs. You got Moscato? Oh, I only got 4 or 5 bottles, I think. Can I have a couple? Whatever.
I was really close to bringing some Moscato down today. I pulled in a new Moscato a few weeks ago by Capisaldo, which I used to carry years back. Just brought it back in for the first time in probably 8 years, but I need to retry that. So maybe we'll squeeze that in. For
Why
the-
has it
the
become,
schedule
I've
next
noticed a lot
week.
of people drinking Moscato.
Yeah.
At the local bar. What, is it something that just took off or take off or?
I mean, it's
Or is
been
it a
there,
secret
but
thing,
it's- It's nice and sweet. It's
And it's
definitely
bubbly.
It's bubbly. Yeah,
And
it's
it's
very
cheaper than
festive.
champagne.
Exactly.
By the way, you getting cheap on us, Corey?
No way.
What happened to the fancy glasses you'd bring?
Fancy glass.
Are we chopped liver?
No, but I
Okay.
did bring these. These were the
No,
first
that-
thing
can I throw this
grabbed.
away?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I want to do? Just
Better
a little
get some
bit
more
more.
seltzer first.
Because I want Lola to have it so she'll be in a good mood for 3 hours. There you go. You notice how giddy she gets? She loves it,
I do.
And a happy Lola is a happy Bill.
Yes.
That really is good.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is. I
Okay, Lola,
enjoy
you're
it.
replacing Janet. What kind of cheese would you have with this?
Oh,
I won't ask you about Spam because
you know what was really good? Those cheese curds that she brought in a couple weeks ago.
I bet.
That would go well with
And because you got the fruit to this, and it's got that little sweetness, I think even one of her hot pepper jacks or her
Oh, yeah, that
ghost
would be
pepper
good,
cheese,
too.
something with
Ghost
some
pepper
spice
cheese.
to it would definitely be
Ooh,
pretty
yeah.
darn good. But from there, like goat cheese, a creamy cheese will be really good with this here.
with cranberries.
There you go. Now you're all over it. That Crandale that she makes, actually, or that she has.
I know, it's so good.
You know, when I have that fish sandwich, what's it called?
The Market Reuben.
Oh, I can't eat a whole one.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is. I wonder if I could go to Janet's, get the lemonade, and bring it over to the restaurant to have it with my fish sandwich. Would that be rude?
I don't think so. I mean, as far as
I mean, you know,
lemonade, it's
Greg's
not
one of
that
my
big a
clients
deal.
too.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
got to take care of my clients.
Well, I
Does he
think
really make that soup?
they make the soup. They do. Yeah, they've got
It's the best mushroom
lady in
soup
the
I've
back.
ever had.
Marie does great with the soup. She does
Oh,
all
yeah.
of them. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they found a great person for the soups up there.
Is it got that secret ingredients?
You got the secret ingredient.
You know, there was a place I could share with them. It's unfortunately that both sisters are passed away, but There was a little tiny like cabin next to Washington High School, German pizza. Now the pies were about this big,
Okay.
not very big. And it's a well-kept secret. I bribed both sisters. What's the secret? I don't care if you put the dough under your armpits. It's the best pizza I ever had. We no tell. We're never going to tell. We'll take it to our grave, and they did.
Did they?
But the place was always packed, especially on the weekend. They only had like 3 or 4 tables. Each pie was only like $3 back then.
Okay.
But it was so good, you know? We'll never tell. Yeah. We used to get a lot of arguments, you know. Italian guy with German guys, you know, we're going to talk soccer, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to know the ingredients just because it tasted so good and I never tasted pizza like that.
Yeah. Was it more in the sauce, you think, or what was it?
I think it was in the crust.
Okay.
Maybe they were the first to do the cauliflower crust, which I get now.
Do you?
Yeah, I can go to, I won't mention their name, Domino's, and it's $18. Why, Lola, answer this question. Why do I
Because,
pay?
Bill, nobody else eats that kind of crust. And
Why would
so-
vegetables be more than
Because-
sausage, bacon, and whatever?
Because there's no demand for it.
Oh.
It's just like when you buy Tide to wash your clothes.
Yeah.
And you get the scent-free, dye-free, and it's twice what it costs the other because nobody wants it.
There's no volume.
That's right.
See what I learned today? But I got one of those planners, you know, the planners with the coupons at the bottom of each month? $3 off Domino's. Okay. I think it says regular pizza, so I'm screwed there too. But I don't care.
Yeah, you should make your own cauliflower crust.
As soon as I call and I say Bill
Here's a
DeFabio,
funny,
East
Corey,
Washington.
here's a funny.
Bill DeFabio, East Washington. The guy with a foreign voice said, oh, vegan, vegan, vegan. Okay. It's so good. How do I ruin it? Put some salt on it, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of dumb.
But it's sea salt.
That doesn't matter.
Well,
Sodium is sodium is sodium.
I know.
It
But
really
you know
doesn't-
what? I love the olives and everything, and then when I bring it home, I maybe put another slice of tomato on
Another
it.
thing, olives, sodium.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I got away from triple cheese pizza, okay?
Oh, man, that's quite the sacrifice. I did.
Triple cheese pizza with mushrooms, pepperoni, sausage. I could put a whole pie away. But because I got to watch my health in that, I want to eat good. All right. Even raisins have sugar in it, right?
Yeah, because it's a fruit that
Yeah.
has shrunken,
Concentrated sugar.
Yeah. And Greek yogurt. I got used to eating Greek yogurt.
I like Greek yogurt.
Yeah, I'm watching.
But you got to put fruit in it.
Yeah. And those what's it called? Your plates?
Yo play.
Yeah, I got it. I don't play, Lola. You play? You play, Corey? Anyhow, if you get a peach, I had a peach one the other day. There was like 2 little dabadooyas, cheap peaches in there.
Oh, really?
So I added banana slices in that, put a couple of walnuts
Just
in it.
get a container of vanilla yogurt and then add jam or something to it, or fresh fruit.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy those expensive little tiny things that you need to eat 4 of.
Already made.
Yeah.
So once again, what's happening in the neighborhood and Center Market on the weekend?
Yeah.
Just
so
remind me too. I wrote it down, but maybe I'll call you Friday and say, yo, Corey, what'd you tell me a couple of days ago? It's going to be Red, White, and Blue Day?
The Red, White, and Brew. Red, White, and
Red,
Brew
White, and
Fest.
Brew.
Yes.
Lola had to change from blue to brew.
Brew, exactly.
See how much power she has?
But yeah, celebrating 4th of July in Center Market on Friday. So
Yeah.
live music from 6 to 11.
And who's
then-
performing?
Like I said, I know there's 3 artists, and then I'm not positive the first artist. I apologize.
That's okay.
Then we have Gage. Someone Gage.
I know, he's been in here.
Here, and I can find it out for you too while
Sage?
we're talking.
Gage.
Let's
Gage.
see here.
Okay.
But
MSN.
followed by MSM and the Muddle.
The muddle.
The model. Yeah, I'm familiar with the model. And that's all free, right?
It is. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And all I know that part of the money goes to the United Way.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in an antique bookstore, and the 3 antique shops, I always spend an hour or so. So, you know, I'm going to say the hell with the Purge. I can always go see Purge forever. I'll just go another time and spend some
you
time
can
in
see
my...
it Sunday.
Yes.
I could do that, too. Do I have a Wild Things game Sunday? No.
No, you could see it Monday, which we have off.
Or Tuesday, when it's seniors' night, or
There you
seniors'
go.
day.
See, there's
It's only
always a
like
benefit to
$7.50 or
everything.
something.
All right. And here I've got it pulled up now, and I apologize. It starts at 5, so 5 from 11, or 5
Okay.
to 11. But Gage Joseph at 5, the Muddle at 7, then MSM will finish the night at 9 o'clock. So
And there's free parking, folks.
free parking.
Even if you
yes.
go there during the day, you put a quarter in, you get 50 minutes. How do
plenty
I
of
know?
time.
Because I've been in Pittsburgh where it's big dollars, Strip District. Don't go to Strip District. Spend your money on gasoline and come down to Center Market if you're hearing us in the Pittsburgh area. Center Market is one of the best kept secrets I've ever known. And I've been to a lot of places, big cities, small cities. It's such a charming place.
It is.
The people are charming,
And something else I want to go ahead and get in people's minds. I think I've mentioned it before, but there's a little more info, so I'll follow up with it. But so I mentioned that Center Market's going to try to start opening up one Sunday a month. So our next Sunday that a lot of the businesses are planning right now is July 18th.
And are you allowed to sell booze?
Yes,
wines?
Yep. So from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., a lot of the businesses will be there. I'll
Janet
probably
won't be there,
a
right?
little
She needs a
longer.
day off.
Janet will not be there, no.
All right.
But I know Adrian Niles will be playing music in the
Ooh.
courtyard and between the market houses.
Wow.
Holy Rollers Donut Truck will be down there. There's going to be some.
Geez.
So
I always wanted to be a holy roller.
There's a lot of reasons to
Yes,
go for that.
they're trying to grow this Sundays in Center Market.
Yeah,
so
well,
I'm happy for it. I'll definitely be there tasting out some.
How many
wines
hours
and-
for on Sunday for you?
As of now, they're doing 11 to 2, but that's just when the music. I know there's some businesses that'll be open a little later. If there's people there, I'll stay.
Yeah,
I don't
remember,
mind.
you got a line of volunteers, and there's two of them right here to
When
work
is it,
those.
July 18th?
July 18th, yeah, from 11 to 2 p.m.
Okay.
Yep. And like I say, Adrian Niles in the middle. I'll have probably my brunch mimosas open to taste out that day. And I like to kind of keep that morning.
What is that?
I'll have my mimosas opened up at the
Oh,
shop
okay,
to taste out
all
that day. I think it's pretty fitting for.
And you're going to have those
for the
classes at
Sunday.
6, or the wine tasting
Um,
soon?
Oh yeah, we'll be getting those going soon, definitely. So
Yeah, okay. Because you got two volunteers here.
yes, that's appreciated.
I'll be the
for
host with
sure.
the most, and she'll be the #1 wine taster.
All right, we
You know,
need one
yeah.
of each of those.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so it's good that all the people are finally getting together and smiling and being happy,
It is. And I want to say they're trying to get the Center Market Commission rolling in Center Market again. So they're actually trying to bring Center Market back to life and restore some of the stuff down there and put a lot more attention
It's a
into it
great
than what
thing.
they have in the past.
That's
So
a great little area.
coming back to
I don't know how, it's not even, what, a half a block?
it's not. no.
Yeah. I ought to measure that from one store to the other, because I know it's 62 feet from your wine place to Janet's door.
Well, and I think that's one thing that we're seeing is I think we've ran out of storefronts in Center Market where a lot of the businesses are starting to spread towards town. So it's a good
Yeah.
trend happening. Running out of room down there. So
Well, there's not
gonna
much
grow
going on in town,
back
really,
again. No, there's not. So
And once they work on the streets, go down to Center Market.
yeah,
you know?
please do.
But, business is picking up too at River City. So they're doing wedding receptions, graduations, parties, and that's good because, people are working, making money, and
They are.
Jason will tell you, I just want to pay the bills. Yeah. But
and
I
I
can't
think-
wait for Main Street to be torn up.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that at Center Market, are they?
I really hope not, but I know Market Street's been causing a little havoc of me
Yeah.
getting here. I don't know why I never remember about it, but when I'm on my way, I see it's closed, and it adds a extra few minutes
Corey,
to
I'm
my
going
commute.
to take care of you. I'm going to call Bob Nutting, and you're coming here in the limo.
All right.
That's a dream of mine.
And I'll bring a bottle of wine with me.
Ooh, yeah. I wonder what he likes to drink. Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah, if I ever get in touch with him, I'll ask him, yo, Bob, what do you drink?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
I'll see you Friday for sure.
Yeah, please do.
And I'm going to try Janet's homemade, freshly squeezed lemonade.
All right.
Okay. Thanks for bringing the seltzers.
Yes, sir.
Something that now I enjoy. All right. Big Rick is next on The Big Rick Show. I'm out of here.
Golden goodbye, baby, diamond ring. If that diamond ring don't shine, he gonna take it to a private eye. If that private eye can't see, he better not take the ring from me. Oh, dearly called on nanny go to make a pretty baby on Sunday go. Oh, dearly called on pal cat to make a pretty baby on Sunday hat.
Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The painstaking search for survivors in Florida continues after the collapse of the condo high-rise in Surfside. No one has been found alive since last week. 11 are confirmed dead, 150 others unaccounted for. Emotions are mixed as the investigation into the collapse deepens, and one resident says a last-minute decision saved his life.
Eric DeMora lived in the collapsed portion of Champlain Tower South.
My apartment is gone. It's destroyed. I'm not going back there ever again.
He says the only reason he wasn't home when the condo collapsed is because his girlfriend urged him to stay at her place that night. He found out when he got a message from someone else he knew from the building. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, Surfside.
President Biden and the First Lady will travel to Surfside this Thursday. This hour, the president is speaking in La Crosse, Wisconsin, promoting the bipartisan infrastructure deal. A new federal probe of Rudy Giuliani's lobbying efforts, this time in Turkey.
The Justice Department inquiry into Rudy Giuliani is separate from the criminal investigation into Giuliani's activities in Ukraine. The Justice Department is examining now Giuliani's representation of a Turkish businessman, Reza Zarrab, and whether Giuliani's efforts to pressure the Trump administration to drop a criminal case against Zarrab went too far. A representative for Giuliani could not be reached for comment, but the former mayor has previously denied wrongdoing. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
The Supreme Court rules on the rights of deported undocumented immigrants.
The federal government can indefinitely detain already deported immigrants who return asking for safety asylum. That's the Supreme Court's 6-3 ruling saying it doesn't matter if those immigrants fear for their lives back home. U.S. immigration can hold them without having an immigration judge weigh in. Conservative Justice Samuel Alito writing, quote, "Those aliens are not entitled to a bond hearing."
ABC's Andy Field, you're listening to ABC News.
Do you check your Google search results regularly? You should. People often get their first impression of you or your business online. Negative comments on the internet can impact your life and your livelihood. Take control of your online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com. It may reveal negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient or client, news article, legal issue, or even